Howdy ho, neighborinos. We are here for week 3 of the APA. This time we go up against ItzWhateva and the Sacramento Nidokings, I believe. Now, he's got a pretty scary team. You can see it on the screen here. I would have put my team up there too, but I actually did make a trade since then. So we no longer have the Geeeeeet, and we now have Lowland Dougie. So that gives us another rocker. That was one thing the team was kind of struggling with. So we do have that. It's all good and dandy, fucking A, right? So today, though, we have taken two big ol' thick fucking long dick L's, and we need to get a win here. Like, we went 0-3 the first 3 weeks in PCL once, and that was the only time we have ever not made playoffs in my entire draft league career. And that was, we did have a really tough division. Whatever, dude, it's some bullshit, but we really need to get a win here. Looking at the team, though, he's got some scary shit. So, top 10 things I do not have switch-ins for, and it's Gmax Melmetal, yay! So what you do with the slow Gmax users, right? You sub down versus them, and you make them waste their 3 turns, right? Well, however, if this man just chooses not to Gmax, he can just click double Iron Bash, break whatever sub I have, and then hit me with the second Iron Bash, and he's gonna fuck me up. So, like, it's rough. However, we haven't had a good matchup for Kiram these first 2 weeks, but now I think I actually like the matchup. So let's get into what we're bringing and kind of what we think he's going to be bringing, right? So right here, we have to have our Flapple Gmax. Yes, I made sure it's Gmax this time, not just a regular ass fucking Dynamax Flapple, but obviously we have to hold the Master Ball. I was going to like not show all my moves, but I don't really give a shit, dude. So we have the Adamant Flapple here with Fly, Substitute, Grab Apple, and Outrage. If he does choose to Gmax up, I do have the option of going for subs. However, it might be better just to Gmax up and go for the Max Guard, just to prevent him from going for like Max Knuckle or something and just boosting his entire life away, and then still ruining the only things I have on my team that'll resist, right? So that'd be unfortunate. But Flapple's actually pretty good here. It does a lot of damage with the hustle boosted attacks, and then with the Fly on there, I can boost up versus something like, oh, I don't know, Rillaboom, Terrakion, Galvantula, you know, just something. Just go for a nice, clean, neutral flying hit, and hopefully get that speed boost, and then just start spamming buttons from there on out. Grab Apple is really nice because that gives us the what's it called? That means their evasiveness will be lowered, so when I un-Gmax the, I'll have less chance to miss. And then Outrage is actually really cool in here, because with the Gmax move, with, whatever it's called, almost a Devastating Drake, but that's, that's last year. So, the Gmax Outrage actually will lower attack. So, I can't do very much to Melmetal Gmax, however, I can just spam that shit and then lower your attack so he didn't do anything back to me, If he didn't have Ice Punch, then he won't be doing too much. So, this thing, like, I just feel weird not bringing it, I'm sure I won't bring it sometimes if the matchup's bad, but, like, it just feels like a waste, having 3 turns of death and then not bringing it. So we have it on the team, even though I don't necessarily think the matchup is great, and it is revenged by Ice Shard, it is revenged by, like, Bug Buzz, and all that fun stuff, but hey, here we are. Oh, also, like Banded First Impression would be fun to switch into, right? So, next we have a Salazzle here with Sub, Wisp, Flamethrower, and Encore. Now, this set is fucking clean versus him, dude. This set prevents him from doing so much. So that means, basically, he won't be able to, Wish and do all that kind of shenanigans, because if he goes for Wish versus me, I'm going to Encore him. That will be stuck into Wish. He can't, like, and if you want to waste PP doing that, that's fine. Then Willow, just for, he has a lot of good physical attackers versus me. He's got the Skuntank, the Melmetal, the Rillaboom, the Haxorus, the Terrakion. A good more than half of his team does not want to switch into this, like Willow Wisp wise. Then we have the sub on here, just in case we're in front of Melmetal and he is G-maxed. We can sub, make him waste his turns, and then just Flamethrower for stab. This does really well versus him, honestly. The speed tier is nice. It is faster than every single thing on his team. His team does not enjoy switching into fire attacks because he has, Rillaboom, Galvantula, Piloswine, Melmetal. None of those want to take fire attacks, so I think to deal with, like, this thing is a huge threat to his team, so I think to deal with this, he's going to have to bring, like, Vaporeon with some Spadef or Heatmore, and I did actually watch his battle last week, or the week before last, and he was really, really hyped to be getting kills with Heatmore, so I think that could be the case. Next, and boy oh boy am I glad to be bringing this little fucker again, we have Marnie Mouse with the Aura Wheel, Parting Shot, Foul Play, and Seed Bomb. Now this thing is here to just click buttons, dude. Like, we're not running Rapid Spin or any of that bullshit. We're just going full damage mode, right? So we have to be max to speed tie with the Haxorus. Now, the funny thing is, Aura Wheel, if it is Dark type, does about 60% to Haxorus, I believe. Maybe a little bit less depending on his bulk and whatnot. Foul Play, though, dude, Foul Play does so fucking much to Haxorus just because his attack stat is so massive. After rocks, it has a chance to kill. So that'll be fun. If we don't take the first impression and just die, then we should be able to get some damage off with that. We can Parting Shot around, and the Parting Shot is really nice to help out our next Mon as well, which actually is a setup Mon, you know. So Aura Wheel spam, getting that speed boost is going to be nice. Parting Shot for dicking around. Foul Play basically just for the Haxorus, but it is really spammable versus his team altogether. And then Seed Bomb, just so I have a way to hit the, what's it called? The Vaporeon super effectively if I'm in Dark type mode, and the Terrakion so I don't give it the justified boost if I'm just spamming it, right? Now, I guess Aura Wheel would probably still do more just because 110 times 1.5, you know, so that'd be what, 170, 175? Seed Bomb would be doing 160, so yeah, Aura Wheel actually still does more, so that's stupid on my part. But Seed Bomb is good to have for, you know, because it could potentially be boosted by Rillaboom as well, so that'll be fun, right? So, like we said, Parting Shot helps out with this guy here, which is Shell Smash Blastoise with the Wakan Berry. So, I didn't really see White Herb doing very much this game. Like, it's nice to get the stat boost thingy, but if he gets defogged on or something, then it's just going to go to waste anyways. I figured having the Wakan Berry would be nice, because that way, worst case scenario, I can Shell Smash up versus Galvantula, versus Rotom, versus Melmetal with Thunder Punch, all that shit. It just basically guarantees that I get set up almost no matter what. So it's fucking good versus his team, man. I had a really hard time choosing 3 moves for this guy, but this does hit everything on his team. Now, we do have to get some chip on the Vaporeon. We need to make sure rocks are up. We need to potentially, you know, get some Marnie Mouse and G-Max spam in there to help weaken that boy. But if Vaporeon is at around half and then it takes rocks, we do just one-shot it, and there's not much he can do to me either. Like, he can sit there and like Scald Memory or go for Toxic or some bullshit, but 2 Aura Spheres is going to be doing a lot, you know. So that's Moist here. This boy's probably looking like the Wincon. Not a lot of stuff he has really wants to deal with it. The combination of Surf and Ice Beam really just dunks on him, and then we do have the Aura Spear there just to make sure that we kill Melmetal. Next, and finally making his debut, we have Claydol, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earth Power, and Toxic. This boy is just here to be annoying as hell. We have the Rapid Spin to get rid of rocks, obviously, and then we have the Rocky Helmet, because the way I see it, Marnie Mouse is super spammable this game, so I'll probably click an Aura Wheel a lot, and then, but that basically gives him Melmetal. So, Melmetal just, dude, regular old double Iron Bash kills Marnie Mouse after 1 hit of Life Orb, so that looks fucking rough. So I'm definitely not going to want to stay in. I'll Parting Shot out on that guy. I'll probably just go right on into Claydol. If he does G-Max up, then oh well, then we'll waste those turns or whatever. But if he doesn't, then he is going to be taking 2 Rocky Helmet chips. 2 chips? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. He'll be taking 2 chips from this Claydol here, and then we can get off on Earth Power. Do not a lot, but some, you know, and some is more than none. So then we also have Toxic for the likes of the Piloswine, the Vaporeon, Rillaboom, Terrakion, all that bullshit. You know how it goes, dude. Last but not least, we have Sub-Roost, Freeze Dry, Earth Power, Kyurem. This boy is just basically here to be able to soak up those hits. It is a very strong physical or special attacker versus him. This is another thing to kind of deal with the Vaporeon. This thing subs up versus Vaporeon every day, dude. Like, all day, every day, subs up versus Vape. It's super nice. So, you know, we have our sweeper that relies on Vaporeon being weakened, and then we have this guy that relies on Vaporeon, well, this girl, because it's S-Death, that relies on Vaporeon, you know, being alive, so we can sub up versus it. I can also potentially sub up versus something like Galvantula if he doesn't have like Bug Buzz. Like, maybe if he's just like, you know, like Webs, Volt Switch, Thunder, like Energy Ball or some shit, maybe, then I can potentially sub up on that too. If he does have Bug Buzz, that's going to be, you know, obviously going through our sub and whatnot. So having sub is just really nice to scout, and then just being able to click attacks, dude. So I do like the team this week. I think we have what we need, but dude, we really, really, really need to get a win this week. I can't go 0-3. I can't fucking do that shit, dude. We got horrible matchup week 1. We played the hardest team in the league week 2, so I think we need to get a win here, you know? So let's jump into it. Wow, 10 minutes on the team builder. Good golly, Shaden, get your shit together. So, as you can see, we're here in the battle, and it's actually on Showdown this week, which is unfortunate because, you know, no pretty sprites and whatnot. However, our opponent was having some trouble with his team. I don't know if just something he was trying to do wasn't like, it's just hard to get gen with like Melmetal and stuff, which I can imagine would be a thing. So we just wanted to play on Showdown, just get it over with, and everything looks all fine and dandy. We spent a good hot minute on like Friday trying to get connected, and he was trying to get his team, and it just wasn't working, so we had to reschedule for Saturday. And then Saturday I had a bunch of shit going on, so we had to reschedule again for Sunday. And Sunday we finally were just like, let's just play Showdown. So everything was cool, right? So at least we don't have to click as fast. I was still in like Wi-Fi mode, so I was still clicking pretty fucking fast, and I actually live commed like the first like 3 or 4 turns of this game, and then I was like, no, this isn't working. So we're just gonna do post-com, yay. So right off the bat, I realized I outspeed everything on his team with Salazzle, which is fucking cool. So I'm going to lead off with that. That also helped me prevent webs from the Galvantula, which seems like probably just his best lead overall. And looking at his team, looking at my team rather, Galvantula hits 4 of my mons super effectively with stab. So I definitely want to prevent that thing from being a dick. So we're going to lead right on out with Salazzle, and as you can see, he does just lead Galvantula. So I click Flamethrower just to prevent, just in case he did want to be like Sash lead and he wanted to guarantee get webs up. I wanted to take him down to his Sash and make fucking sure, gonna make damn sure, dude. We're taking back Sunday. We're gonna make damn sure that if he was gonna get his webs up, he was gonna pay for that. So he gets a flash fire boost, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping he's physical, not special. He could just be, I believe he brought like an AV set in the other game when he was super hyped about it, and like I just realized he has those Bakugo hands, lol. So I am just gonna go into Claydol and pray to God he's a fucking physical attacker, as he does click Fire Lash. He's gonna do 30%, which is kind of a lot, and he's gonna take Rocky Helmet. He is gonna go for the knockoff as I get up my rocks. We still live in Claydol thick as hell, and now we have rocks up and a good amount of chip on Heatmore. Heatmore will come in 25% less because he does not have removal. So I'm going to go hard into Esdeath before these rocks get up. If he isn't physically invested, there is a chance he doesn't break my set. Or no, I'm tripping. That was a different set I was running. But as you can see, Earthquake does a shitload. Or Icicle Crash does a shitload. So I'm just going to click Earth Power. No, click Sub, sorry. Yeah, more just clicking Sub. I'm going to click Sub. We'll go for Freeze Dry. I didn't actually think about it at the time, but he has pressure too. So I was like, I'll get up a Sub and I'll do pressure things. But he also has pressure, so we're both being pressured, you know? Now, I'm just going to stack Claydol. As much as it would be nice to be able to spin away those rocks, I don't really see that happening versus anything except for literally Melmetal, you know? So, oh well. Now we're going to Morpeko, and Morpeko is cool here because obviously Piloswine is at 41%, right? So that's his ground type. So we have an electric type, base 110 attack coming off right now. He's going to be immune to that. He can go for the Ice Shard if he wants, but now it's a Dark type move. Now nothing resisted on his team. And that boy just drops, dude. Nice. I say nothing resistant on his team, but Terrakions right there. So now he's going to go into Melmetal, and this is that scenario that we kind of talked about. He kills me with Double Iron Bash. He destroys me with Double Iron Bash right now. So I don't know exactly what he wanted to do. I thought maybe he would just want to go for like the Max Knuckle, get a boost, and then just start clicking buttons. So I do just Parting Shot out, just so he'll be back at neutral if he does want to do that. That is a tall boy, too. Holy shit. And I'm just going to go into Flapple. I know I can eat any hit at -1. He does go for the Max Quake. Thank God we get a fucking prediction correct. Jesus Christ. So that way, we're still at a good amount of health. Now, he's wasted 1 turn. I haven't wasted any. So I can go for the sub if I want. However, like I said, I'm still scared of him clicking Max Knuckle. That was like the thing I was most scared of, was him getting a boost and me not being able to kill this thing in 1 hit, you know? So he does just do, I think he goes for the G-Max Steel move. Yeah, G-Max Meltdown. I'm Max Guard. That's all fine. Now we go for Max Wyrmid. Yeah, whatever it's called. And we get his attack lowered. So I'm just spamming to lower his attack right now. And we actually find out that because Melmetal's Gmax move basically puts me under Torment, so I wouldn't be able to click the same move twice. However, we find out while I'm in Gmax as well, it does not affect us, so that's cool. We're out here learning, dude. So, we live the double Iron Bash, everything's all cool. Now, here's what happens. Gardevoir will come in at about 60-something%, which is, depending on his set, is potentially in range of the Surf. Galvantula will take the wet, will take the rocks, he's in range. Everything else is in range. Yeah, Terrakion is weak to water, so if he wants to just kill me right now, I set up with Blastoise and I just win the entire game. So all I'm going to do is just spam Grab Apple and hope he just kills me. However, he does make the smart play and go out into Heat more, which obviously that's like we're saying is a smart thing to do. Blastoise probably just won right there, so I'm glad. I'm not glad, but he made the correct play, not letting me do that. Now he's going to go into Galvantula. He's going to take a decent amount from that, you know, a decent amount from the rocks rather. So we know he's not Boots. He's probably just like Sash Focus Sash Lead or something like that. So he's going to get up his webs. I'm just going to click Outrage. I just wanted to kill this. Galvantula, like we were talking about, hits so much of my team super effectively, and now that the webs are up, like, it is a huge problem. So now we are locked into Outrage, which gives Gardevoir a free switch in. However, Galvantula being gone is so nice for me. So I'm just glad that boy's off the table. He's no longer here. Now, panning at the fucking Gardevoir here is, you know, is here, you know, but it traced Hustle. So in my head, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to stay in. Obviously, I can't really switch out because I'll die to rocks, but I'm just going to stay in. I'll click Outrage. There's a chance that they just straight up miss Moonblast. There's also a chance that they're going to want to, like we saw from the damage earlier, that this is like, it's lefties. It's probably a bulky-ass like Wish Passing set, which is annoying, but we can try to deal with that. Earlier, I actually thought this was a Assault Vest, but then I noticed it was leftovers. So, yeah, I just have to click that. They do hit the Moonblast, excuse me, and fuck. So now we can go into Salazzle. I was looking at the calc from earlier. There's a good chance that this thing has very little to no speed on it. So if this thing has very little to no speed, I can potentially outspeed with Salazzle here, and I can do damage, right? So I realize if they do have speed, then they straight up just win the entire game right here, you know, but I have to try. So I'm actually going to go for the Substitute, just hoping either that they will get up a Wish or do something like that. So they actually go for the Protect, which gives me the freest Substitute both sides of the Mississippi, which is fucking awesome. And now I have Encore, so I'm going to Encore this Gardevoir into that. There's nothing, they will just have to spam Protect, and that's fucking fine with me. So, Gardevoir is the only special attacker he has left. He has the Terrakion and the Melmetal, both are huge threats to my team. I get to throw off a Wisp right now and burn one of those fuckers when they come in. So he does go into the Terrakion. Terrakion's going to take a Will-O-Wisp right to the neck. Oh god, it's burned. That big ol' thread is burned, and it is a fucking, dude, it's a load blown off my shoulders, you know? So we're going to go for Flamethrower, just get some chip. And, yeah, man. So it doesn't do a lot at all. But we're gonna go into Kyurem. I figured this thing is burned. I can set up on this with Blastoise, so I'm just going to sack the Kyurem. But they go for Rock Blast. And they only get 2 hits, and they don't kill me. Fuck. You know? I was like, god damn it. They didn't kill me. So Blastoise is just, like, there's been a couple times where Blastoise has been supposed to set up, and it just fucking can't. So now they're going to go back into Gardevoir. And I look at this damage, they are like literally max Spadef. So that means if they have taken 20% chip, Aura Wheel kills every time. So 1 Earth Powers damage off on this Gardevoir leads me in range to kill with Morpeko, right? Also, Morpeko's already got a kill, which is amazing. So I'm just kind of clicking buttons here, just fucking hoping for the best, really. I know I'm not doing very much to this. I was trying to get a Spadef drop, because if I got a Spadef drop, then that meant I could go set up with Blastoise rather than kill with Morpeko. But, alas, here we are. So, Morpeko does 80% minimum to this Gardevoir. So, I believe it does, like, the roll was to, like, 96% or something like that. So, this is a good roll in my favor. I'm just going to click the button, dude. I don't give a shit. And they're actually going to go into Melmetal, which is crazy because this is the one thing that lives a hit from this. So, as soon as he switched into this, I'm like, wait a fucking minute. Does Morpeko just win? Is this the ultimate thing that could ever happen in a fucking Shayquaza video? His favorite Pokemon of the generation is going to clean the fuck up? hold on, what the fuck is going on? Because this is the only thing that ate. So we're now at neutral speed. I get to click it again, get to +1 speed. We will outspeed the Terrakion with its Scarf, and everything's looking all fine and dandy. Gardevoir comes in and takes rocks, is guaranteed in range. So now he's going to go out into Terrakion. That's all fine. It's in range of the electric type Aura Wheel. But what had happened was, he is actually Scarf Terrakion. He just mis-EV'd it to where he doesn't actually outspeed Morpeko. So he must have been like adamant or something. And since I'm max speed, he just drops. He just fucking drops, dude. Now Gardevoir comes in and is going to protect. We'll get back up to 80%. 79% rather. Like I said, this does 80% minimum. So we just kill Gardevoir. And Morpeko fucking wins the whole game, dude. Morpeko, the cutest little wheel spinning its ass boy, wins this whole fucking game. And yeah, I know this one is a girl. I get that, I do. But he's still the best boy, dude. I don't give a shit, okay? So, holy fuck, man. We really needed this win here. I'm so glad we got it. Good game. Well played to ItzWhateva. It is, it's unfortunate that got, you know, the EVs got messed up or whatever. But I think at that point, Blastoise still won the game. We talked about it a little bit in the chat. It probably would have been a 1 or a 2-0, and I would have had to not choke, which you know I love doing. So, everything was still possible, but that definitely made it to where we got 3-0. And dude, Morpeko got 4 fucking kills. What is going on? Can we get this? Is he my kill leader now? I think Morpeko might be my kill leader, which is crazy. So that means we're spamming Morpeko kills for the rest of the season, boys. We are fucking spamming Morpeko kills for the rest of the season. Holy shit. Dude, I was so excited after this battle. Oh my god. I can't even fucking contain myself. Oh my god. So, once again, GG to my opponent. Definitely check out their side of the battle. I'll be hyped to look. I wonder if they live commed or whatever, but whew. Yeah, man, I'm just in disbelief that this happened. I fucking love Morpeko so much. Oh, good golly gee goddamn willikers. So, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. This has been APA Week 3. We will see you next week for Week 4. I believe we go up against Flame Horizon. And, yeah, man, that should be a fun game as well. So, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. I will see you guys next week. Bye forever.